From the students of the Department of Meteorology and Atmospheric Science, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good morning and happy Wednesday. I'm student meteorologist Sarah Meunier, and here's your Campus Weather Service forecast. So starting off with our Beaver Stadium live cam, you can see it's really just a gray, dreary typical November day. We're currently sitting at 37 degrees with a feels like a 31, and that's really caused by our gusty winds, but I will get into that later on. Just know that today it's going to be cold and it's going to be dreary. So moving on to our past radar, actually, you can see this is what happened last night. So starting off, you could see we had a system of snow that moved in from our west to our east, and it will clear out by this morning, which is why you probably didn't see it, and it wasn't too impactful for our area, but the northern part of the state may have gotten a little bit of snow that impacted their morning. So moving on to our current temperatures, you can see the story is cold. Currently we're sitting at 37, as I said before, in State College. We have the lower 40s in the southern half of the state, but then as you move north, you can see in the higher elevations that it really is just chilly. 30 degrees in Bradford and 32 in Scranton. And even colder now, here's the feels like temperatures. You can see 21 in Bradford. A lot of these trends are at least like 5 degrees below what they actually are, and this is really just caused by winds. So as you can see right now, pretty gusty. The overall average in the central part of Pennsylvania right now is 11. And as you move out to the rest of the Northeast, kind of the same story of it being gusty. And as you go on through Thursday, that's going to be around the same story before it kind of calms down Thursday night into Friday morning, and it shouldn't be as chilly as it is today and tomorrow. So moving on to our future weather, you could see that we had some lake effect right over here in the Erie area, and as temperatures move up, that's going to turn more into rain than into snow. And you can see that scattered rain is really just going to be the story for all of Wednesday into Thursday. Not really much so in our area over here, but in the northern portion. And then as we get into Thursday, you can see the temperatures start to drop again, and we have more chances of scattered flurries instead of rain. And then by Friday, the system should mostly clear out, and it should be a nicer day. So as said before, the story is cold, and I just wanted to explain that with the 500 millibar temperatures. So you can see dark blue means really cold. So those are those high heights coming down from the polar region of our area, and that's really just what's impacting us in the Northeast. It's just hanging low, sitting there, and that's why we're feeling such cold conditions. So moving on for today, we're going to get a high of 46, cloudy, as said before, a very dreary day, typical November in State College. Going into tonight, we're going to drop down to the 30s, 37 to be exact. Again, still cloudy. That overcast is probably just going to hang out in our area. Don't see it clearing out too much until tomorrow. And that is when we will rise a little bit in temperature with a high of 49 degrees, partly cloudy conditions. But look at those wind gusts again. It's going to be very windy. I mentioned that before in that graphic. But yeah, the wind is just holding on to us today and tomorrow. So moving on to our 7-day forecast, you could see that the trend is really just the highs being in the upper 40s to maybe 50s, and the lows being in the 30s to 40s. You can see probably our warmest day will be Saturday. Another system is going to move through, causing showers Saturday night into Sunday morning. But you can see overall the trend is going to be cloudy to partly cloudy and chillier conditions as we start to move into that winter trend. That is all I have for you today. I'm student meteorologist Sarah Meunier. Have a great rest of your day.